All right, got a neck together, getting ready to get started on this ammo can. This is a pretty cool little neck, and also I cut it out and I put that little design on there on the cutout. So I've got it fit to the box. Whoa. Tightly, apparently, but it's fit to the box. There we go. And we get a humbucker and a hardtail bridge. So one of the things about building these ammo cans, unlike a cigar box guitar, get this out of here. You know, on a cigar box guitar, if you were going to put a hardtail bridge in there, these bridges are a little bit wider than the 1.5 inch neck. I don't know if you can see that, but when I put it over there where it's just centered, you can tell the screws would just barely touch the sides. So on a cigar box, you can place it in like this. So you can widen out the back of this neck to accommodate that hardtail bridge. But I can't do that on this ammo can. I can't put it in there like that. It's got to go through this narrow opening here. So what I do for these hardtail bridges on this on these ammo cans is I build a piece like this that slides over. You saw I had a recess on this neck, and this will be inside the box. So the neck will actually slide into the box and then slip onto this, right? And this will then accommodate the hardtail bridge. So I'm not going to go over every step of building this ammo can, but just a couple of tips as I go through this process. That's probably the main one. If you're using a hardtail bridge, you got to find some way to be able to attach this, whether you glue something in there and just stop short with the neck, or I like to just keep the neck as long as possible going into the box. So I choose to just have this come over the top. I mentioned I do custom ammo can guitars. Sometimes when you're doing guitar building, it turns into arts and crafts. When I got started on this ammo can, I was like, yes, I'm gonna do some brass fret dot markers. So I reached in and I grabbed my stash, and I realized I didn't have enough to do it. I don't really have time to, you know, go make some spent casings. So I said, well, I'll just order some. And then I forgot, you know, obviously until they came in, that when you order spent casings, you don't get a primer in there. Well, what do? So I mixed up a little epoxy, and I made some put some epoxy in here. So something a little different. You know, that's what happens when you do these, I guess. Man, looks really cool. I think it's going to set it off. So one thing I wanted to point out as well is when you put these mini humbuckers in here, you got to make sure that you have enough room to get below the fretboard. So I put this neck in the box, and I've marked out where the humbucker is going to go, and then I, you know, set it up here, kind of where it's, you know, you kind of eyeball it, make sure it's got, you can get it below the fretboard and where that's going to be, and you mark it. So you can do that a couple different ways. You can make a bunch of cuts with a handsaw, you know, or you can do it on the table saw. So I'm gonna take this over to the table saw. I've oiled this, but I haven't started putting a coating on there, so that's why I'm gonna do that on the table saw. Get that knocked out. Make sure that the humbucker fits. And we'll coat this neck. Put the tuners in there. Get ready to slap this thing together. And just like that, got a little spot. So when you put this in the box, you'll have plenty of room to raise and lower this humbucker and get it to your liking. I got the holes drilled for the bridge. Got the other holes drilled for everything else. And I went ahead and soldered all of this up outside the box. There's no way to get your, well, I mean, I guess you could, but no way I'm gonna do it. My skills aren't that good. Get my hands in there and try to solder. So I'm gonna put everything in here. Go ahead and button it up, and then we'll get a look at this thing. All right, here is a look at the inside of this box. Got the wires glued down here in the bottom. It's got a tone and a volume knob and a jack. I wired everything up outside, put it in a box. I just wanted to give you a look at it before I put the neck on. You can see the front here. I still got this tape here. That kind of marks where the bottom of the lid goes. So, you know, I don't put anything up here that's going to be hidden by the lip of the lid. But I want to get the bridge on here and get the neck in the box just to kind of look at it and figure out where I'm going to put the sound hole. So I'm going to go ahead and slap the neck in here, get it screwed down. Oh, the other thing I wanted to point out too, so here is the ground wire right here for the strings. And that's what this hole right here is for. I'm going to put a piece of copper tape there so that the wire lays on there. And on these bridges, when you here, let me show you real quick. But a lot of times, it's probably good idea to test them. I ground everything. I just put the bridge over the ground wire. But you can see if I set my little meter up so it'll sound off. If I start just kind of, you know, I can sand the bottom of this, but I need to get all the way over here to the where the strings come through. So the other thing I'll do is I'll put some copper tape on that, just so to have copper tape on the bottom going up to where the strings are, and copper tape on the can. I'll show you that here in just a second. I got the copper tape on here, and there's the ground wire coming out for the strings. Here is the back of the bridge. You see the copper rolls around, and now plenty. So press together like that. Give you a good solid ground. Strings will come through here, get grounded up, good to go. Here's a look at the Ammo Can Gitty. This is for Dale. He ordered this. He has a few of my guitars. He's obviously a Marine and wanted me to build a guitar with the logo on there for him. Man, this thing is awesome. So right up front, I think this was probably the best spot for the sound holes. I know I talked about this probably a couple times in there, but it just ties everything together. The end, the way I cut this fretboard off is kind of new. I just been wanting to do something a little different on how I cut these fretboards off, and I thought I would add that. You can see that I've got spent casings in here as fret dot markers, and I used epoxy resin to fill the holes where the primers would go. And of course, this last one in here, this is what holds it's a fret dot marker. So I purposely do this. So this is the 21st fret, so it would have a marker, and I make sure it comes over the can, and I screw into there, and that's what's holding the front of the neck into the box. And then back here, I have this screw that goes into the neck and holds it into the box. You saw on the inside of the box the piece that holds this down, so that's also helping hold the neck to the box. So the neck is secured in the box. Obviously, thickness and just this metal box, there's really no way to screw it in from the back side, and I don't believe in gluing my necks into cigar boxes or ammo cans or any of that stuff. That way, if you need to, I mean, if you go string through the box, it's a pain in the butt to pull them out, but if you needed to pull the neck out and make adjustments, you can. The other thing about this is it's maple stripe down the center and walnut, and then I reversed it here for the heel, so it's walnut and maple. Got my logo down there. Man, it's got lock and tuners, and I do have just a hint. This is Purple Heart here on the edges, so maple and walnut, and then I go Purple Heart, maple, back to walnut, and you can see the Purple Heart here on the top and on the bottom. Man, this thing is super cool. Excuse me, sorry. I like building these ammo cans, but I don't like storing these ammo cans as guitars, because I put hooks in my guitars and I hang them all up here, which kind of gets them out of the way off my workbench so I can work on them, or I can do work here without messing those things up. I'm confident in the way this neck is in the box, but it's just so heavy. I would hate to dangle it from a hook right here, so I don't do that for these. So therefore, I do not stock these, as in I will occasionally build one and put it on my site. But if you're interested in one of these, I can laser engrave something on here for you, and then just build it. It takes about 3 to 4 weeks to build these things. So even though this video is out, I mean, this is just a couple of days after I actually got this thing assembled. I'll probably, it will be another 2 or 3 days of this will sit out here on my bench. Every time I come out here, I'll mess with it, make sure it stays in tune, just checking the intonation. You guys know about the intonation back here, and getting the string height right and making sure it's back far enough. Screwdriver sitting right here so I can make my little adjustments. But yeah, man, this thing is cool. Really awesome, really fun build. Dale, thanks again for reaching out and allowing me to do this. I hope you really enjoy this this guitar, man. I like this. This is awesome. I'm an Air Force guy, but this still looks cool. So anyway, thanks everybody for checking out this video. I know it's been a while since I posted one too. I just got behind, man. I'm counting 3 necks sitting there behind the camera that I'm working on, and you'll see, I think you can see it in there. There's, yeah, there might be one hanging back there I haven't done a video on yet too. So, all right, enough rambling. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.